Guess who's back? Back again. Dane is. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? With day 4 of your real estate Q&A. Dane Kingsbury, Victoria real estate professional, and today the question is, what's the story with buried oil tanks and whose responsibility is it to deal with them? Well, this can be a messy situation if we get into the less frequent soil contamination problem, but we're not going to go down that litigious path today. Right now, we are just going to cover the basics. Burying oil tanks underground was commonplace here in Victoria up until the early 1960s, where even in some municipalities it was a bylaw that oil tanks had to be underground if they were not inside the home already, as they were unsightly and hard to look at. Well, if that wasn't some brilliant foresight, I don't know what is. Anyways, it is what it is. So if you own a house that was built before, let's say, 1965, and you are thinking of selling and you have no records of a negative oil tank scan being done or of a tank ever being removed, then you should be doing a little bit of homework or have your realtor do some legwork, as it is in your best interest to know if there is a buried tank or not on your property. If there is a tank underground, then get it out of there. This question will be top of mind for any buyer, and unless it can be shown there is no tank, then you should expect it to come up as part of any offer that you receive. So as a seller, it is significantly better to just get ahead of this and deal with it, as it is standard practice in the real estate industry here that sellers address buried oil tanks and not the buyers. So all this said, on the buying side, buyers still do your due diligence. And by this I mean be prepared to have your own oil tank scan done. In the case where the seller has either opted not to or is trying to put all the onus on you, and also have your agent call the municipal fire hall to confirm records of any oil tank install and or removal history. Again, if the seller has not already provided you with this intel. So buyers know that should an oil tank be found on a prospective property, you should also be prepared for this and have it pre-written into your offer as a clause, not a subject condition, but rather a fundamental term of the purchase agreement that should an underground oil tank be found, it is the seller's responsibility to have it professionally removed and everything surrounding removal remediated prior to possession with permits and receipts to be provided. And that's a wrap. So happy house hunting and selling. All the best.